beads is in the center as best as you can. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but just make sure it's somewhere in the middle. Okay, and you just want to clip it all on your clipboard. This is where having a clipboard comes in very handy. It's the best tool you'll ever have for making these kind of bracelets. This and the binder clip. And I'll explain why the binder clip is important in a minute. Okay, so now you're going to take all the strands and kind of straighten them out a little bit. You're going to take the 2 outer strands, as best as you can find them, and set them aside. Just kind of put them off to the side there. Okay, I'm going to move my little bead palette over a little bit. Okay, so now you have these, and you want to pull it nice and tight. And you're going to take your binder clip, and clip it at the end, like so. This is why binder clips are handy. They hold it really well, and you've got a nice tight area here. You want to make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to tie a square knot. If you already know how to make a square knot, you can probably skip forward, but for those who don't, I'm going to show you how to do it. It's really easy, and it's the best technique you'll ever know. Okay, so what you want to do is take whatever side you want to start with. I'm starting with the left. Make kind of a, go like that. Make sure that the top is over the other strands. So make kind of a backwards P looking thing, okay? And then you want to take the right hand, this one, and you want to put it underneath all of the strings. So you just want to kind of lift it up and put it underneath. Take it all the way under, and then just take both and tie. Now, this is a half knot. This is not a square knot. A square knot requires the same step, but you're going to start from the other side. So you're just going to make your backwards P, like so, or 4, or whatever you want to call it, or a little flag, whatever, sailboat, whatever. Okay, so then you're going to take this and put it underneath, just like you did before. Make sure it's underneath all the strands. Take it and pull. Nice and tight. Okay, so what you're going to do is do those square knots 2 more times, but really you're counting your ties. You want to do a total of, you're doing a total of 3 square knots, so you're going to do 4 more ties. I'm going to go a little bit quicker now, because the first was just showing you how to make a square knot. I would, if you want, you can practice a little bit. Kind of put this on pause and practice. The more you do it, the easier it is. Just gonna add one more. I've lost count. I'm sure I did enough, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so now you've got a nice row of square knots. Okay, let me just bring this up to the camera to show you. See the square knots? Okay. Now what you're going to do is take these, kind of put them off to the side here, and you're going to undo your binder clip. This is why binder clips are handy, because you can undo them really easily and put it back on, and it's very sturdy. It's hard to do that with any other kind of tool, in my opinion. You want to take the next 2 outer cords, and put them off to the side just like you did before. Take your clipboard, and again make sure it's nice and tight, and clip it with your binder clip. Okay. Normally this would be done not on a table, but actually on my lap in the living room in front of the TV. So this is kind of new to me, having a table and showing you, but I really wanted to show you how to do this. So now you're just going to make a single square knot with the 2 new outer cords onto the 3 cords. And again, square knots are 2 steps. 1, 2. Alright, so now we have that. We have these 2 cords. So now you're going to take the other cords, undo your binder clip again. Aren't you glad you got the binder clip? There's a lot of doing that. So you take your middle cord, and the one with the beads on it, you take it and you lay it down flat on the board and you clip it with the binder clip. Okay, so that's going to stay in place for a while now. Now that we've got this done, so now you have this, you should have this right now. You should have 3 on either side. Next you're going to take the 2 upper cords, which are these guys, and you're going to make a square knot around the middle cord. And here's the important part. You want to make sure when you're tying this that you leave a little bit of space, like so, kind of make it bow out a little bit. This is where we're going to start to get our shape for our bracelet. And once you have the shape that you want, you can continue with the square knot, finishing it off with the second step. And you're going to do the exact same thing with the next pair of cords. Just make sure that you have it even. So. And finally, the last pair. And you just want to work your way from top to bottom. So now the new top pair of cords are going to be the ones that you're going to tie around. And you always want to make sure that it's over the other cords off to the side. You want to make sure that this is over these. Very important. You want to make sure your bracelet's nice and even. Slowly make it even. This is the adjustment period, so this is where you can make it either perfect or not perfect, or however you want it, without having to undo the entire square knot, which I've actually had to do. I've had to undo square knots before because I either messed up or I didn't like the way the bead looked or something, but they're easy to undo, especially on stiff cotton cording like this, or hemp or something, or leather. Okay, so now this is what you should have. Right there. You see it okay? It's kind of not really focused that well. There we go. Okay, so this is what you have so far. It's starting to look kind of cool, isn't it? Okay, now here comes the fun part. Now, this is when you're going to start adding your beads. So, undo the binder clip.